So who is out there? And I hope that they can hear us evenly, unlike how VEXED just came in hot into this call. Like, my ears are still bleeding.
Yes.
Well, someone had to wake you up.
Yeah, it worked. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Free wake-up call.
Wake you up inside.
Wake me.
Yes.
No, stop. No, wait.
Wake me
Save
up.
my... Huh?
Yes. You can't have Kingdom Hearts references in your RWBY stream, otherwise people get upset.
Is it seriously? Oh, no way. Is that what happened?
People get mad at Twilight playing Kingdom Hearts, even though everyone was.
Well, every time a cutscene happened, it was just like the viewers would like dip by like 30.
Not gonna lie, I saw you had like 97 at one point, and then it went to 63, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I know. I was watching the same. I was watching the same numbers.
And you were like, oh well. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it's their loss.
Yeah. And you had it in the fucking title too, so like people still complained.
Yeah, I know.
Messed up.
What are you here for?
Well, obviously they were here for RWBY and not Kingdom Hearts, and they were just putting up with it. But you guys are here for some episode 8, aren't you?
I just saw some
I guess.
emotes float. Is that a new thing, or are we boom? Yeah, there's some hearts. How is this happening?
I mean, that's. Well, do they float like on Facebook Live? Like
I don't know. I never. Facebook. Who goes on Facebook anymore? God.
Boomers,
All right.
Dashie? You want to cultivate an audience of old people, don't you?
I mean, there goes some ice cream. No, that wasn't ice cream. That was like party stuff. All right, whoever's doing it, keep doing it so like these boomers can see it. And by these boomers, I also mean me because this is the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing it, or is it just me?
Seeing what?
The floaty in the top chat. Speaking of, I'm gonna change it to live chat. In the chat, people are throwing emotes and they start floating like on Twitter when it's your birthday, you get the balloons, like that.
That's really cool.
I'm not seeing that, but that's awesome.
Are you seeing that, Fatman, or am I just?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's just you. I mean, is it happening like on your like OBS window, or is it happening like on your like? YouTube?
She's lying.
I'm not lying. I promise. It's happening on my on my studio window. And shut up! Like, why do you always do this to me? You're always so nice to me off screen, and then you're still nice to me sometimes. But then you just.
That's too specific a lie to be a lie.
Well, I'm glad everybody sounds good. Everybody. Oh, it's Titania's doing it. Hello and welcome. And if I'm the only one seeing it, I'm appreciating it so much. I don't know who it's coming from. I mean, you just said that it was for Tanya, but like I don't know if it's just you. But anyway, enough about emotes. Enough about that stuff. Just allowing people to come in for some rubies. To be clear, there was no reaction yet because Fatman got stuck on something.
Yeah, it'll be amazing if you watch the whole reaction. If you just like bounce
watch
like
every second of it. Yeah. Every second of it.
He's a little butthurt that you guys like not hang up. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that
you guys hang up right after the reaction part, and like only like 15% of you stick around for the discussion part, which is what takes up most of my editing time. So you know, I still appreciate it, you know, but
yeah, you're still with it, like you. I stopped doing it a long time ago. Like YouTube just fucking hates me.
Yeah, I know.
And I know that you guys, you know, congrats by the way. You know, Raymond being the highest one of all of us on YouTube. Yes. But go look at Twitter, okay? All right, we'll talk after that. Who's the highest on Twitter? Okay. Remember, me and Fatman would record all the time, and it's like, oh, I gotta check Raymond's Twitter. That was like when he and I were like neck and neck. And I don't remember what the number was, but it was like neck and neck for like a good amount of time, like 3 weeks. And then finally, I went over, and I'm like, I didn't even tell like Raymond. I was just like, wait, what? I was like, he doesn't even know how happy I am that I stomped him. No, I didn't say that. I was just happy.
It was like it was like 900, right? And then you passed me at like 1200.
Well, like, no, I had to pass him first because you had more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost 2 years ago that happened. But, you got 20 people in here. Thank you, you guys. Thank you.
21.
That is too specific of a lie.
To be a lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
21.
Where do we
We have
even
9 plus
begin?
10 people. Talk about specific references. Haha.
But they have to put it in the beginning of the video. So why are you so like butthurt about that when you knew that for like years and years, like about people leaving your stream? Which I'm proud of. I'm proud of you guys putting in, hey, watch the even episodes over here. People just
Yeah,
don't
no,
know, huh?
it was just a thing. We like, oh wow, we should probably put a little more work into this. We should
Yeah.
probably mention this early because people don't stay until the end.
Yeah.
Well, like even when we do mention it early, they like skip the intros. It's like, and then it's like they only watch the reaction part. So now I've started. It's because this year I've gotten way more like people asking in the comments, like, "Hey, where are the even episodes?" And it's just like we say it so much.
Why do you care? You obviously don't watch the whole thing.
Well, they want to see the actual reaction part.
Reaction.
That's it. I can't blame them for that. But it's like, okay, guys, you could check.
Yeah.
You should just put in as a pinned comment in every video that episodes are.
I was gonna say, look, guys, if you just want to see me make a pog face, you can just take a picture of me during any of the reactions and just stick it on your wall. You can do that. Just like flash it up when something dramatic happens in RWBY.
And speaking of, lots of things happened in this episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Once again, I know you guys don't know how we reacted, but I always ask this first. Did you? And now that you've marinated for a week, Raymond and Fatman, you have seen it, I hope, Max, because I know last week you didn't for a while.
Yeah, I saw both of them back to back not too long ago.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, by both I mean 7 and 8. Yeah.
And has anything changed for you or Raymond?
Not for me. I don't think. My reaction. Well, my complaints are relatively the same. I had issues with the episode, but like my thoughts on it hasn't really changed all that much. I don't think from what that was.
Same with you?
Yeah. I said in the reaction that this might be my favorite one. I think I still like 2 better.
Favorite episode of the whole
of the volume, yeah.
And you said 100% already that this is your favorite volume.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, totally. That's not going to change. Even if the last 2 episodes are the worst thing I could imagine, it would still be the best volume.
And I don't know whether that's sad or funny because it has nothing to do with like remnant or anything. It's like
it's definitely
happen.
funny and not sad. Yeah, they left Remnant and they got good.
So yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of sentences like you'll see in the reaction or in your reaction I said. So thanks for your patience again. Fatman got caught in something that is going to be amazing. Just watch the whole thing. He promises. He promises it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be worth it.
Yes. And as one of my teachers in editing, I can promise it too. Because that's how confident I am in you. You better not fucking let me down. Anyway.
I won't. I'll try not to.
No pressure or nothing. Okay. Guys out there. Okay, the one question I had for you guys, the Frostbite people, of course, is you didn't like the number 8 for any volumes. Episode 8 has always been jinxed or just like labeled bad.
Much worse early on. Like for like the first like 4 volumes, it was either the worst or the second worst for me.
Okay.
And then in volume 5, it was like the best one. So it's like, but volume 5 was like the worst volume at the time. So it's like a weird it's Bizarro episode. So for a while, 8 was kind of like cursed, but then in 6, 8 was fine, and in 8 was actually pretty good. And
is this just for you or all you guys? I don't remember.
I think Tom feels the same about everything except volume 1.
Okay.
I honestly I can't at this point remember episode 8 specifically for every episode, every volume.
Exactly. Nobody can do what Fatman does. Like he'll remember what time on what. Oh, it's so annoying and so fascinating.
Yeah. I also have a double-edged problem in that I do fixing RWBY. So like my memory of actual RWBY is so poisoned by my own series that it's like I can't actually like correctly remember things. It sucks.
When I was reading Volume 6 of Fixing RWBY, I was like, wait, am I remembering? Am I remembering canon RWBY?
Canon RWBY, Fixing RWBY, or my abridged, you would say. I remember.
Right.
I can often tell my abridge apart. But
no, there was a couple times you'd be like,
no, you mentioned specifically Salem wanting to just win at Monopoly.
Yeah, that's Salem. That is Salem to me. She wants to win
Nick,
at Monopoly.
yes, I will be getting the reaction out before Fatman. In fact, mine is already done. It's up on my channel.
Yes,
I'm kidding.
Volume 9. I mean, episode 9. That's amazing.
I got an early advance copy. You can find it on on Dan's Twitter account. If you saw that thing that he posted where he's like, I can't believe they leaked a thumbnail for episode 9. It's a troll, guys. It's a troll. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that I should say is that like I uploaded a joke on Twitter, and I'll drop the link to the joke tweet in the
it better be good. Like you and your jokes lately.
It's fine. It's fine. But a lot of people thought that it was like an actual screen cap.
Oh my god.
It's like I don't want to tell them. It's funny. They're living in a funnier universe than me.
Now, are you able to run down real quick for Vex and for me too, because that way I can remember the number 8s real quick in like one sentence each?
Well, episode 8 in volume 1 was the Nevermore fight.
Okay.
I didn't like that one. Episode 8 in volume 2 was Ozpin talking about the color rule. You remember it was that big Ozpin speech where all of the other schools had shown up, and he was like, we named our children after colors. All right. I thought episode 10 was worse in volume 2, and that was the one where they were all talking about their motivations, and it didn't make any sense. But episode 8, I didn't like. Episode 8 in volume 3 was the one after Yang had punched Mercury in the leg, and it was like Ironwood, and he was all like, I believe you, even though I have no reason to.
Oh, wait, so 8 was
I still have to disqualify you. No, 7 was punching in the leg. And 8 was like the fallout from that, and it was like the one with Ironwood talking to Yang and RWBY talking to Pyrrha and all that jazz.
I like the idea that the episode is just named Punching the Leg.
I mean, that's how we know it as.
It's like a really weird Karate Kid reference.
Yeah, it's not sweep the leg, Johnny. It's punch the leg, yeah.
Punch the leg.
All right, so...
Episode 8 of Volume 4 was the one where they talk about the gods, and Crow, dumps the lore on us. Right. Episode 8 of Volume 5, my favorite episode of Volume 5, paradoxically, was the one where Yang and Weiss talk about their, daddy issues.
Oh wait, so non-ironically, you do like 8 for 5?
Yeah, it's it's my favorite episode of Volume 5.
Okay.
Like that Yang and Weiss scene is really good. Mm-hmm. And the episode 8 of Volume 6 was the one where they meet Cordovan for the first time, and I did like that one. Episode 8 of I forgot what episode 8 of Volume 7 was. Episode 8 of Volume 8 was the one with the Hound, and I did like that one.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
I forgot. I couldn't remember a couple days ago. Like, I know we named it. What the fuck was it?
Yeah. So those were all the episode 8s that I could remember, and at the beginning for the first 4 volumes they were just terrible. And then they started getting better, but the bad episodes started being more random.
What's funny is Volume 1, Episode 8 is the one that all the fans told people was the best one of the volume.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the Nevermore fight. It's iconic to the series, but
yeah. Run and live.
Did you not like that, Vex?
Did I not like it? I mean, Volume 1 is a different kind of thing. Honestly, it was like 4 people working on that thing. It was a passion project completely.
4 people. Damn, that's amazing.
I kind of just let Volume 1 slide. But it was the one where most fans will react to, oh, okay, I'm hooked now. Mm-hmm. Even though the writing is bad, yeah. But that is the one that hooks the average RWBY fan. So
right.
It has some merit in that regard. It does actually get people excited. You know.
Okay, so to the music to that too. The music to that one fight was ridiculous. It went really well.
Yeah, Red Like Roses Part 2 is pretty bopping. one of my favorite RWBY songs. It has to be up there. It's one of the few that actually comes close to beating the original Red Like Roses and like
I
Mirror
don't
Mirror.
think so. I mean,
I said close.
I like Mirror Mirror. I like Sacrifice. I mean, there are a lot of ones that I like a lot.
Okay.
Oh, Sean, why are you like this?
All right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm editing.
Let's see now. Let's see, I had some people. I saw Isa. What's up, Isa? Nick. Just reading some. Janice. I can never say this. Makanahuzi, okay? Titus Panda, I see you out there. Coming in from like the Tonkatsu streams. I see Bellum too, and Tao. Look at that. This is for RWBY, you guys. So go ahead and start being disappointed now. All right. Because last week I saw my counts, right, and they were like pretty high, and then I was like, oh, no Tonkatsu, and I went pshoom. I'm like, okay, no, that's fine. I'm here with in my roots, and it's been like 3 years since I streamed on this channel, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you uploaded on this channel? Has it been longer than the last time you streamed?
The boys,
yeah.
Again, like YouTube cannot stand me. Cannot.
Yeah. Got a strike for Harley Quinn, goddammit. And
still, I fought that again and again and nothing. But
yeah.
But anyway, RWBY. I know we're like going everywhere, but I'm just trying to scroll through the video here.
So yes, the big moments of this episode. RWBY committed unalive, as the internet so puts it.
No.
I
She
always
stared
prefer
into
committing
people's
to the-
souls. She stared right into your eyes, so you can feel bad afterwards.
Did you see that someone recut that
She'll be
scene
fine.
to be faster, and it actually feels like better because like the way it's cut in the actual RWBY is it's so slow where it's like, okay guys, run forward and grab it. Run forward and grab it. Run forward and stop her. Run forward.
Yeah,
and no one
me
does
and
anything.
Raymond were like, come on, what are you standing there for?
Someone recut that scene where it would be like a realistic reaction time of like, oh yeah, no, they had no time to react before RWBY was already downing that thing.
Yeah.
Like she was already drinking the bleach.
Yeah. And also somebody said, I can't remember who, that was she actually like, do you think she was did you think she thought it was really them or just more illusions from Neo?
I don't think she cared at that point.
She couldn't trust anything at that point. It was no point. I mean, Neo had been torturing her the whole time mentally, so like nothing she saw she could trust anyway. She's like, no, I'm just done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be me no more.
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it.
Yeah, I refuse. Of course, there's nothing. She's gonna be fine. Vex just said she's gonna be fine. She's RWBY.
She's right.
Little, the whole thing with Little. At first, I'm like, holy shit, that was like the saddest all frostbite was for like a split second. But then we were like, oh no, never mind. I refused to shed any tears. Nothing has happened. Just like in Nora and Ruby Chibi, nothing bad ever happened.
I was amazed because RWBY has never killed a likable character before. It's incredible that they actually get one and then they can fucking...
Oh, shut up.
That's true.
Fuck you.
That's
I'm like,
true.
what the fuck? Shut up. You're a jerk,
Here,
Fatman. I swear to
still
God.
mourning Penny.
Oh, hey, we got a...
Twice.
Yeah.
And I'm angry I am. Because it was such a bullshit death for both of them. Well, the first one was alright. The second one was bullshit.
Yeah. The return of Penny was bullshit. Like, nothing. Oh, she's here? Cool. Alright, let's go to the mall. Nothing. No reaction from RWBY.
That's how they reacted. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I got a question from Titania. What was that tweet about RWBY fans disliking RWBY when it finally gets some good writing? Oh yeah, no, that was response to Flynn of RWBY, Flynn of RWBY Nation, when he was complaining about RWBY trading her mom's belt buckle for the fucking unicorn tears or whatever they needed.
Okay, yeah, the troll must
Leprechaun
have.
tears.
I forgot all about that.
I am hurt, Fatman. How do you forget that? Like my people are represented in this. Finally, after all these years, I'm getting the proper representation.
Yeah, I know. We got the smiling the smiling little Raymond.
Well, the Kelfie.
The little Kelfie.
But we're talking about leprechauns now.
Yeah.
So.
Look, it's complicated, all right.
Wasn't it like leprechaun toe hair? What was it?
Nose hair.
Nose hair, yeah. Yeah, but it was something, and it was just like Flynn of Ruby Nation was going off, and it was like, oh, so they could have set this up earlier, and it's just like, I mean, really? Like, you want them to explain that she misses her mom? Like,
I'm being called off
we know
dinner.
she does.
Okay,
Like,
I'll be back.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll just mute myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
The time to complain about Ruby's writing was the last 8 volumes.
Yeah.
Not that moment per se.
Yeah, and now that we get like, and that was even like a good introduction of like this element of her character design that's been on her since volume 1. You know, it's like, it's just like, oh, she's got this belt buckle and it's stayed consistent throughout the whole show, and then she's like, oh, it represents a mother's promise. It's like, okay, yeah, like that, and that fits in with her, like, thinking on her feet with the Penny speech when she convinces the guards to trade for the sword. It's like, yeah, that was a really good, like, one-line moment that RWBY and like Rooster Teeth in general doesn't really do good single lines unless they're jokes, and that was even back like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I can
people
see both
complain
ways,
about
though.
RWBY having better writing now, and it's just like, I knew it. I knew. I always figured.
So wait. What were they upset about exactly? About when it comes to the belt buckle?
That like they didn't set up that the belt buckle belonged to Summer earlier, or that they didn't, that it was just a one-off line, that they didn't establish that this thing was important to RWBY before she gave it up, and it's just like, well, but it is. Like, you can tell that it is. It's been on her character design since volume 1. She's changed every other aspect of her character design except for that belt buckle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they saying that she gave it away easily or something?
No,
Because
they're
it meant
saying
that much to her, or what?
Yeah, they're saying that they didn't
set it up.
Have a scene where RWBY said in dialogue, "This is very important to me, and I would never give it up unless it was something very important." Like, they wanted a garbage scene.
They're arguing that there was payoff without any setup. Like they wanted some type of setup, and then this to be the payoff to that. So some kind of scene at some point, whether it be volume 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, where she's referenced it and they acknowledges it, and they know what it is. So they would. So when it happens, is she's giving up the thing that we know that she cares about.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I mean, I can understand it. I mean, I
can understand it. I can understand it. Yeah. But,
yeah, I wouldn't make like a big, huge deal about it, but I can understand, especially if we haven't seen anything at all where she talks about her mom a whole lot, and the importance of it. Yeah, it was 3 of her friends being tiny. She's not gonna watch she's not gonna want 3 penis-sized friends just hanging out with her the rest of her life. She needed them to change, and it was important. So,
they wanted a flashback scene where like Summer Rose says, "Here, RWBY, here's the belt buckle," and he puts it on her person, and it's like, then that's what they know. Oh, it's from Summer Rose, and that's what they wanted. And I'm not saying that would have been that wouldn't necessarily been a bad scene. I mean, you can make a very nice scene that would set up for this to be payoff, but the fear is it would probably be some crappy, like Fatman said, it would have been bad writing that set it up anyway. Yeah. So that's the thing. If I was confident with these writers, then I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you have a nice scene where But
they could have snuck it in. Remember that crow scene in volume 7 in the like Amity Arena scene? When Crow is sitting there talking to RWBY, you could have been like, remember your mom's belt buckle?
You mean the one? You mean the one that started off with, Summer, your mom.
Yeah.
Oh well, thanks.
Your mom.
Your mom.
Summer.
Who else was Summer? No.
As opposed to your other mom. Yeah.
They could have snuck it in there and been like, her belt buckle, fucking like they could have snuck it in there, but I'm glad they didn't.
If that was the case, then that means that is Summer's symbol, which she just took it. Unless she didn't make it her own or anything, then.
Well, I mean, it's also her last name. Like,
that's not about the last name. It's about you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And your symbol. All right, well, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. You take up the mantle, and you're isn't that like what every parent wants? A little clone to run around.
They probably also could have snuck it in maybe in volume 3 when Ruby gets returned back and she talks to her dad, and maybe it's like on the counter and he says something. There's ways you could have snuck it in there to make it. Yeah, this depends.
Or just while they're talking.
Shouldn't have been weird.
Right, or maybe just while they were talking about Summer, your mom, as soon as like they said that, maybe pan down to her like, playing with it. If she had it.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was a long time ago. We're talking about this episode. Trying to stay on this fucking episode is difficult.
Hey, at least we're talking about RWBY, all right?
Yeah, and not
We're
Kingdom
doing
Hearts.
better than my streams.
Kingdom Hearts. See, I don't have Kingdom Hearts, and I do have Vex Viewer here. Yay! Hello. See, we got more than 2 people. Okay, Vex, because of your tweet. Thank you. Let me just go ahead and look into Frostbite for any questions while we're out here, because I appreciated what they tried to do with Little and RWBY. I know that she's not dead, but there's no way. And let's talk about the warning scene at first. How somebody, what were you saying, that somebody complained? So now it was super vague. And for me, it was still vague.
I think a lot of people complained about, because like in the episode where Penny died, they were like, this scene contains themes of Penny dying, and it's like,
Penny dying. What the fuck?
Yeah, the warnings. I've started rolling my eyes at the warnings now.
Yeah,
right or wrong,
this
I'm rolling my
doesn't
eyes
matter
at
anymore.
I mean, I think it's better that they put like a bunch of them in instead of just straight up spoiling the fact that like, oh, this is the episode. I like that they put them in like 4 consecutive episodes so that we got like desensitized to them, and it wasn't just like a here it comes.
I'm just curious because like what do they think their audience is? To the fact that they have to put a warning, because other shows on television that have themes like this, they don't put warnings. So why do they feel that they have to? Is because the audience is younger? They feel like we got to warn these kids, that the parents, that this is going to have some mature topics. I'm like, why are they making the decision to do that?
I don't know.
And this happened just this volume and last volume. That's it, right?
Maybe.
Cause
I don't remember.
Because I don't know when Penny was being ripped apart. They should have put something there.
Did they put something in front of Pyrrha's death episode? Nope. No.
Right. So
no, they didn't have anything in volume 3. They might have gone back and added it, like for like the version on Crunchyroll or whatever. But back when it came out, it didn't have anything.
Okay, JK, is it Lily says because RWBY never goes that far. That's another thing. Do you think this is the darkest episode we've seen? Not necessarily death, but like the whole, I don't care anymore, I'm gonna kill myself, and that's huge, like to see that.
Yeah.
To see the main character be like, no.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like the apathy one, like kind of went. It approached being that dark. But it was more of a like, God, we have to overcome. And this one was more like a fuck it.
Yeah,
I give up.
The apathy, you had influence of the apathy. Here, there's influence over time, her holding it in, not being able to talk. Apparently, there was, I don't remember who was saying that Yang tried a couple times and everything was just bad. Then Blake actually was like the most positive one until RWBY was just like shut up. But the whole depression thing, like I was saying, the apathy, there's actually
RWBY's best
something
moment
influencing her. Here it's the hero of the show just wants to commit unalive, and I'm surprised there's like not a bunch of Karens going, oh, what, my child's watching this. I don't know. It's harsh. I'm personally not gonna like freak out about it, but it's like, whoa, that's pretty dark. I think it's Titania. It's the darkest vibes. It's something I just can't put my finger on it. It's just like, oh fuck, because it's like the character doing that. Kind of fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, that That got you guys silent. I should say that more often. Penny's feet. What's wrong with Penny's feet here, Janice? Huh? The picture of Penny's feet just takes him in. Like, why? Weirdo. You want her to stick it up your ass? Anyway.
How many toes you got? What, you mean in my mouth? No. You
What?
get blocked. Have a horrible day.
Ew. Okay, Janice. Okay. Says, well, Penny was constantly looking for a way to die and get the power to RWBY last season. Okay, true, but we all know that she was a robot. Yeah, she had a soul, and she could have died, but we already saw her die. We already did that. This is RWBY, the R in the title. I don't know. For animal cruelty, the big stomp, Darth Titan. That stomp though, Neo twisting her fucking foot. Ugh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Big stomp.
Vex, I take it you enjoyed this episode, yes?
Episode 8?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Is it one of the better ones so far for this volume?
Yeah. It's not. I don't like it. It's better. I don't like it more than 7.
Okay.
I think the last one was better.
7 was pretty good.
The people pleasers one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's shut up. I love it. I love realizing how stupid I am. Only because Fatman straight up laughs at me. That's just how I know. He won't be like, "No, Dash, it's called the people." No, he'll laugh.
It's true,
love it.
It's true. I will.
There's one thing about episode 8 that is holding me back from praising it this episode, and it's been on my mind since. And I'm going to be making a video about it this weekend, and hopefully it'll be the last time. It probably won't be.
Is it about Neo?
Hopefully it'll be the last time I talk about this particular thing.
Is it about Neo? I just spoiled it, guys.
Your damn Skippy is about Neo.
Yeah.
And it's I just can't take it.
I totally thought about you as soon as it happened. Like Neo offs her, okay? Hooray! She finally did the thing. She didn't even do the lap. Like the boys were like, she didn't even do a lap in happiness. She swished it off right away. It was like, oh, now what? That was too fast.
Neo's not a. The way I'm going to handle this video, I'm just going to ask a series of questions over and over and over in the video, and it's going to prove the point I'm trying to make about Neo. She's not a character. She just does whatever they need her to do. She gets her semblance upgraded to facilitate the torture scene of RWBY because they needed. Oh, we need to torture RWBY somehow. Oh, we're going to make her semblance different now to set that up. She doesn't give a shit about. I mean, here's a simple question: does Neo want to leave the Ever After? We know that Team RWBY does. We know that the damn cat does.
Yes.
But we don't know shit about Neo. We just know that she wants to kill RWBY.
She just set up in her house on her little private acre.
It's so frustrating, man. I would have preferred that they should have had what's that woman with the freaking blacksmith chick lady, that mysterious chick. Maybe they should have her do it to RWBY, because Neo just took me out of it. It took me out of the episode. I couldn't enjoy it the way I wanted to, because I kept thinking about all the stupid shit they were doing with Neo and how it was getting on my nerves, and how I'm supposed to pretend like, oh my god, I'm frozen now. Now that RWBY's dead, I don't know what to do with myself. I lost my purpose. Shut the fuck up.
See, I would believe that just in probably 4 minutes instead of 4 seconds. Not instant. I would have believed that. Yes.
But even so, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's one. Let me tell you something right now. There's one woman that Neo should hate way more than RWBY.
Yes, it's in there. Yes, we all know this.
Way more than RWBY.
We all know.
It's just so stupid. That's the woman she blamed for Neo for torture death originally. Your dumbass believed her, trusted her, the most untrustworthy woman in the damn show. She trusted her, and then she's the one who kicked you off the damn platform and sent you to Ever After. And you're just so obsessed with RWBY. It doesn't make any sense. I don't buy it. That's RWBY's she's not a character. I don't understand. And I get on Twitter, I see all these people saying, "Oh my god, I can't wait to hear what's going on with Neo next." And what are you guys talking about? Like, I'm
So,
what?
Darth Time wants to know, after this episode, do you like her even less, or do you like her more, or it didn't change?
Who, Neo?
Hmm.
It's about the same. It's terrible. It didn't change. It's awful. Like everything involving Neo is awful. She gets grabbed and taken by the empty. Oh, I mean, she's an empty host. Like she's been empty host the whole damn series. What are you talking about? Like what? I guess good. I was actually kind of fist pumped when he took control of her. Oh, great, good.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay.
Like, maybe now they'll find. Maybe when they kill the cat or hurt the cat or hurt her, it should be done. Like I don't care, man.
Yeah.
She took me out of the episode. I can't lie.
Okay.
And
If we somehow,
Go ahead.
real quick, Fatman, if we somehow remove Cinder from this, which we cannot, I get it. Okay, but just humor me. If we remove Cinder, the fact that she should hate her a lot, and she does this thing, she finally kills Ruby. What I was trying to say is like 4 seconds later, you don't feel that way. It's just the whole vengeance thing. Like vengeance is not going to make things better. You're still going to feel empty and like nothing is up. It's just what happens, but that usually takes time. Do you not believe that happens or something? It sounded like you don't think that happens. Because it does take time. It happens, but it just takes time.
No, I don't have an issue with that. The problem is I can't unremember the last 8 volumes.
Okay,
that's
so
the problem.
It's the Cinder thing, and it's the last 8 volumes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the Cinder thing in her entire everything they've written for her and how they set it up and how they're writing her as just a plot device is what the problem is.
Okay, you can't.
I can buy someone saying, "Oh, you know what? I got some vengeance." For example, Fatman's favorite show, Loki. At the end of it, Loki, Sylvie, spoiler alert, it's been out for a while. Sylvie kills someone, right? Mm-hmm. And she feels nothing. She's like, I've been striving my whole entire life to get to this moment, to do the thing. I've done it, and nothing. I feel empty. It didn't help. I still had a horrible life, and killing this person didn't help. I buy that. Mm-hmm. Neo is not a character, so it just doesn't work. It's just like, it's empty. It's annoying. It's frustrating.
You definitely have been calling her not a character for a while, and now she's just empty. And
now she's more in line with what she's been the entire series. Just empty.
But at least we finally have confirmation that she eats pussy. Like, aren't you happy about that? I even said that in the reaction too.
Yeah.
That damn cat.
Yeah.
I still don't know how I feel about the damn cat. I haven't really dived into like I feel like in previous volumes I did more deep diving into the chapters. This volume I kind of been like watching it once and kind of like letting it hang and not really diving into it. I still don't know how I feel about the damn cat and his writing the writing for that cat yet. I have to go back and maybe watch it some more and like actually pay attention to like really dive into what the writers are trying to do with that damn cat. But it's fine. I like it for the most part. So I mean,
yeah.
They're just telling us that we shouldn't believe anything at all, basically.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, like, it's one of the problems I have with this volume, and people trying to, dodge criticism of it by saying it was planned out from the start, and it's just like, no, it wasn't, because Neo wasn't supposed to be in volume 2. Monty just dropped that on the writers at the last minute. Neo wasn't supposed to be in volume 6. She wasn't supposed to come back, and that was just something that they did because they literally couldn't think of another character to team up with Cinder. It's like, yeah, there's so many things that it's just like, no, that you're wrong. It's like,
yeah, he literally
not planned. I mean, for 2 years maybe, but not since the beginning, like they're trying to imply.
Yeah, Miles literally said that he brought Neo back to make Cinder's storyline more interesting.
Yeah,
and even that, even, as pathetic as that is, even that is a lie. No, they brought Neo back for the same reason they brought Penny back. For the same reason why they started talking about the Civil Rights shit all of a sudden. They freaked out because of Volume 5 reaction. They got shitted on. Oh shit, we got to course correct here. Bring back Penny. Bring back Neo. Civil rights talk. But that's why all of it's lined up like that in Volume 6, because they freaked out because of the reception of Volume 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you talk to Barb, she'll say, "Oh, they don't react to the writing. The writers don't react to the fans." Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's all they do.
Oh yeah, they don't react to the fan, and now suddenly it's got like, oh yeah, the CL.
Oh, you know, right?
Yeah,
We're
it's
straight
just
reference to Murder Birds, straight up.
You're saying, wait, they're saying they don't react to the fans? That they really straight up said that?
Yeah. They've said that they don't listen, or that Barbara said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said the writing says some like the writers don't react to the fans don't dictate the writing.
Yeah.
Don't dictate the writing. They might influence a little bit. I would
He
think.
said.
Oh,
it's
I
all
mean, yeah,
planned
they
from the
do,
very
but
beginning.
you know, yeah, it was something Barbara said.
Yeah, she was talking about Bumblebee. She said like things are planned from the very beginning. Some things are planned from the very beginning, and not in the. Some people believe that was said like some people believe that writers react to the fans and like the fans dictate the writing, but some things are planned from the very beginning. That's kind of like the quote she said.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds all right. So let's move off from Neo before Vex has a fucking stroke. What did you guys think about seeing Roman again?
You mean the character that was brought back visually because of Neo?
No, Roman the cheese, Romano. I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
I can't separate Neo from. That's the problem. I can't separate Neo from.
Vex. Okay, gonna have to fucking bleach you.
Like, oh, we can recreate Neo Roman and Pyrrha and Penny, blah blah. They thought they were just doing like the best thing ever, like with that Neo situation. But I mean, I get visually, I get it. It's cool. You see Roman, you see Penny, they're mind fucking.
Right, that's what I mean.
RWBY,
It's a
I get
visual. Because, I was going to
Yeah.
ask about Pyrrha, of course, but, like, Roman right away, you just see it and it's like, boom, volume 1, nostalgia. That's what happened to me anyway, so.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Neo, unfortunately. How about you, Fatman?
I mean, I like seeing your Roman again. I've always believed in Britt. He was gonna come back.
Oh wait, was it the same? Was it the same voice actor?
No, it wasn't Gray.
Okay.
It was shit. If Tom was here, he would know.
Oh, Billy, he played, which I called, by the way, in the reaction.
He definitely sounded different. So
He's the one who played the
someone's
shield
hero.
The healed Shiro. Yeah, he played the healed Shiro, you guys.
Yeah, it was actually 2 voice actors. One of them because he was initially cast to play Torchwick, but he died of cancer before the Ice Queen dub came out. Sadly, tragic.
Yeah, that's Billy Kametz. Yes, Ryan, thank you. So there's 2 people there. Yeah, they did what they could do. It wasn't Torchwick, of course, but they did wonderful.
yeah, I think I would feel differently if it was actually Torchwick,
Like
not
what's his
Neo.
name? What's his name again? Fatman?
Gray.
Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't he like a horrible person?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
what I meant by if instead of it being like a
oh.
Neo projection,
Yeah.
if it was actually somehow Torchwick, I'd
Oh.
have problems with the writing, but I think I have a different outlook on it. I wouldn't be as maybe
Ew.
as negative. I probably have something to say about the bad writing, like why the hell is Torchwick here?
Okay, good. Okay,
But
kind
I
of scared
just- I
me
wouldn't
there.
be-
Kind of scared me. I'm like, you'd be happy to see him. Like, what the?
Happy to see Torchwick. Yeah, no, that griffin that ate him just like flew all the way to Atlas and then pooped him out over the.
Yeah, better
Well,
be
the
like some
entrance is
weird
ever after,
white
yeah.
and green color because he's bird shit by now.
No, it'd be shitty writing, but maybe I'd
Shitty
be-
writing.
yeah,
Okay. Anyway.
but maybe I'd be able to like to smile at the nonsense rather than being like angry at the nonsense,
Well, it's your choice, okay? All right, I'm not gonna give you no issues. Okay, so Pyrrha, I know it was not Pyrrha, I know it wasn't Neo, wasn't Penny, but like the visual stuff, okay. However, the one line that Penny said, can you imagine being, I don't remember, something like being let down by somebody who's just so important, who means the world to you. That was like a big whoa. And also, lots of people out there thought that was a confirmation of nuts and bolts, of course. So, no.
I think it was hilarious that Neo just automatically knew that Pyrrha died.
Why are we
I
on Neo right now?
died, didn't
Why are we
I?
on Neo? I tried to steer away.
Like, shut the.
All right, this
like,
is now
fuck
Vex's
off,
stream,
Neo.
guys.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. Like, what about the parts that she wasn't there for? Yeah, that Neo wasn't there for.
That's.
I was caught up on that, trying to figure out if her semblance was taking her, was like reading Ruby's mind and letting Ruby fill in all of the blanks for her. But then it's like, what the fuck was Clover there? Like, that seems like Neo throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. You know? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I mean, none of it really makes... A lot of it is confusing. Like, why does she... Like, why would seeing Ironwood again make her feel sad? Like, he was a bad
Leo,
guy.
yeah.
Or especially Leo. He straight up betrayed them. Like, yeah. And, like, Ozpin, she knows he's still there. Like...
Wait, Leo, when did he die?
In Volume 5.
Volume 5, and she didn't pop up till Volume 6, correct?
You know what?
Neo didn't pop up.
Yeah, Neo was still floating on her umbrella in all of Volume 5.
Oh my god. Yeah, this video is gonna be a great video.
Yeah, I mean, Cinder maybe explained it to her. Like, that's the only thing I can imagine. Like, this is like like Broken Telephone, where it's just like it's Cinder's like secondhand account being explained through like broken sign language to Neo, who's trying to interpret it in a way that would hurt Ruby. Like, why is Clover there? Like, Ozpin's still alive, and also they don't trust him. Ironwood was straight up evil. Pyrrha, Penny, Jean killed both of them. Like, come on.
The more I think about it, the more I think it was a massive mistake what they did with Neo. They should have just used the damn armorer, or whatever the hell that woman is, the blacksmith woman. Just use her. This could have been the time to actually make Neo kind of likable. Like, she fall down to like, fuck, I'm a dumbass. I fell for Cinder's bullshit. Damn, I'm stupid. And it's like, okay, I gotta get out of here. And maybe like take the character some different direction or something. But they spent the whole, I'm still mad at Penny. I just got pushed off by Cinder. I still gotta kill Ruby. I still gotta do it. I'm gonna do it now. Like, it doesn't. I don't buy it. I don't buy her falling down, feeling that upset about. She should be angry at Cinder. I don't buy that she falls and she's like, no, I still gotta kill. My plan of killing Ruby, fuck where I'm at. I don't really care where I'm at. Fuck how I get out of here. I still have to kill Ruby. I still got to do it. I don't buy it. It seems fake and just contrived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not going to do a shot every time Vex brings up Neo, okay? We're not. I'm not going to be responsible for anybody dying.
We die.
All right, you know me and reading, so this is going to take a second here. Okay.
60 people in here.
Lillian Licorice says, for a long time, people have... Oh, no. I'm scared to ask this question, but here goes. People have wondered how Neo's story would unfold, seeing as she can't communicate vocally. Do you feel the way... You don't have to answer this, Max. Do you feel the way it was told through dialogue and the setting told her story to an extent you are content with? I don't know what... I didn't read the story. I refuse to. No. Because it's not the show, unless somebody reads it to me, because I can't read, as you can tell. So that's my answer for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I was okay with getting it through those like portraits on the wall. The fact that it was like just straight up Batman was like
pearls and everything.
Yeah. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah,
but
and Roman is her Camel Joe, right?
Yeah.
Joe Camel. Camel Joe. What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Cool Camel. Cool Joe. Joe Cool.
Joe. Yeah. Joe.
Joe Cool.
Chill.
Joe Chill.
So wait, what's the Neo story? Her parents died, and Torchic found her as a young little kid and took her under his wing. Some shit like that.
To me, from those pictures, it looked like they both killed them.
Yeah.
I don't know the stupid story. So Neo and Torchwick killed her parents?
Yeah, from the one
Apparently,
picture, that's what I
yeah.
got.
And why
Apparently,
is that?
it's different from how it was in the like it's not the same as how it was in the book because
Oh, great.
yeah, Tom mentioned that only one of the parents died in the book.
Really?
So
Are they seriously going against their own? Oh my god! So wow.
I wouldn't be
So
RWBY
all
otherwise.
Yeah, right. So all that shit, the Cal and the people of her like were saying about how the book is canon and how it explains why Neo is good, it's not even canon in the show.
Yeah. Nothing. I mean, nothing's canon, right? You know, only the current scene is canon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only the current scene is canon.
But yeah.
Parker,
That's
not
the
to me.
gag.
It's not. The book is not canon until somebody reads it to me.
And then it becomes canon.
Yes.
Get on it, E.C. Myers.
Does she have like some stupid name? Like what's her name? Like
Trivia.
Trivia. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
I know that's the moment I checked out. I was like, oh hey, it's a Neo and Torchwick book. That sounds kind of cool. And then like in like the first chapter, you find out her name is Trivia, and I'm like, I'm done.
Trivia.
That's fine. I'm over it.
Trivia. Like come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
That's not a color.
Yeah. So why?
know, right?
Actually, it's a lot of colors, but like those are pies, aren't they?
Yeah. Is it all the colors in Trivial Pursuit? She went from being all the colors in Trivial Pursuit to being all the colors in Neapolitan ice cream.
I have heard of Audible. I just, somebody needs to just do it. Nobody will. It's just something I say. Don't worry about it, Parker. I know. I'm just fucking around. Yang over here. Oh, here we go. How would you feel if Neo was redeemed after literally convincing the main character to commit unalive?
I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be awful.
Yeah, she's like, no, I said Sudoku. Here, try this one.
She wasn't supposed to actually drink it.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, this is RWBY. She never gives up. I wasn't expecting her to actually do it. That's some bullshit she was
Here. Yes.
So Neo eat the cat yet?
Is it Neo? Oh yeah, just now. Yeah, she definitely ate some pussy. Welcome back.
Hello everyone. I am now full of pizza.
Nice. So, we're talking about how Neo's story was. What was it? Read in the Tundra. Read the first Lillian Licorice's question there, and that's what we were answering. But I'm gonna ask this next one here. Smitty Mouse says, if Curious Cat / Neo leaves the Ever After, how do you see Salem interacting with them? Well, what I think is the cat, wants to go search for the gods, because that's what the cat was saying too. I want to go ask them why they left me here, because I think this episode confirms that this is one of the worlds that the gods were fucking around with. This is a mistake, one of those, I guess, failed world or something like that. So I think the cat is going on, trying to go look for them. Maybe collect all the relics, I don't know.
Which question did you say that should be? Lillian?
The Lillian Licorice.
Do you think the final episode will feature a big fight or a V fight?
So that's what about.
Yeah, no, I think it'll have a... I honestly don't know. This entire volume is unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
RWBY might be dead.
No.
Like the RWBY that we know might be dead. Like in the sense of rebirth or whatever.
Oh, I was gonna say personality and she's all hardened now.
I mean, I've been waiting for that since volume fucking 4.
Punished RWBY.
I would approve.
That's the one thing I'm sure of, that the RWBY that we know will be back. The question is, will this volume actually change her in a significant way, that when she comes out that she's actually different, in terms of her her resolve or her demeanor or her attitude or anything like that? But it'll be the same RWBY. She'll have all her memories intact.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to change this RWBY. I don't think we're going to see a quote unquote different RWBY. We'll see her come up against the option to ascend into someone new and better, and she'll ultimately reject it in order to become herself. Now, there might be magical bullshit involved where she gets a new dope outfit, because I imagine that would be like that will be the stinger at the end of episode 9, is that she's going to come out and she's going to be in her like volume 10 design outfit.
You mean
And,
episode 10?
no, volume 10, like what she's going to wear throughout.
No, I mean you said the stinger at the end of episode 9. Like, do you think there's going to be a stinger at the end of episode 9, or do you mean
no,
10?
episode 10 is when they get back. Like episode 9 is going to be RWBY going through her self-doubt and talking through it with like a magical entity like the blacksmith or whatever. She's going to come out of that and she's going to be like, hey guys, at the very end of that she's going to be like, I accept who I am. There's going to be a bright flash of light, and either we'll get a stinger where she reemerges from the tree as this badass like new Ruby Rose, and we're all going to be like, man, I really like that costume, and then several months later we'll be like, man, that costume really doesn't quite work, but that's beside the point. No, it's either going to be that, or it's going to be a flash of white, end of episode. Beginning of episode 10, we're going to follow our the remaining team as they go towards the tree to try and figure things out. They get there, they're fighting the cat, all hope is lost, and then bam, RWBY reemerges like an angel from on high to come save them, and then they shoot out to Vacuo. That's my prediction.
If that happens,
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, oh, so you gave up hope on this volume.
yeah.
I'm reading the room. That's basically what I'm thinking.
RWBY can come back and save the day, but she has to be different. And when I say different, I don't mean like a different person. She has to be like, all right, guys, I'm not a leader anymore. I'm done being a leader. I'm going solo. Peace out. Like she has to be different in that regard. Like developed. Like yeah, I'm same RWBY I was. I'm same RWBY, but I'm developed. I'm not a different person, but I'm just not gonna do the same thing I did before. If she come back and say, yeah, I'm now more determined to take down RWBY. Yeah, I'm RWBY. More determined to take down Salem. Let's go.
I'm now more determined to take down RWBY than ever. I tried suicide once. It didn't stick.
But yeah. But if he's like, yeah, let's go take down Salem, guys, together, I'm be annoyed. Like, come on. Like, there had to be some type of development here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
she's
wouldn't be
her
surprised.
own mom. I'm telling you, she is Summer Rose. She's her own mother.
Why am I getting Japanese employment scams on my Twitter messages?
I wouldn't be surprised if you had to talk with her mom next. I think all of next chapter would be all RWBY. It's gonna be all RWBY.
I don't know how I'd feel if it was like RWBY and Summer. Like that would suck for me. I mean, it's still like, you know, I said this volume couldn't shit the bed hard enough to not be the worst one. Said. But like if the whole next episode is just RWBY talking to Summer and we find out that her weapon used to be a scythe, that would be pretty close.
Well, we saw her weapon, I think.
No, we're not sure exactly whose that is, because that wasn't necessarily Summer Rose in the reflection.
Yeah, it was 100% Summer Rose. You know these writers. Come on. Who else would it be?
Well, no, because we saw Summer in the Punderstorm episode, and it did not look like the reflection.
When did we see Summer?
Because everyone was walking past like the things that they're like most plagued them. So John saw Penny, and then John saw himself, but also you had Weiss who saw Atlas falling, and then RWBY saw Summer.
Which episode was this?
The Thunderstorm, the Kiss one, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I just missed it.
I was gonna say I don't remember. It wasn't one that I edited, so it had to be.
It had to be an even one. Yeah, I remember because it was one that I edited.
Okay, so Penny, she looks into Penny's weapon, the green weapon, right? And she sees Penny. Then she looks into the other weapon and she sees a silver-eyed version of a woman that looks like her, right? If we can agree to that, she looks like RWBY, right? Yes. It'd be Summer or it could be another version of RWBY. Yeah. So you guys are arguing it's not Summer, it's just another version of RWBY somehow, right?
I don't think it's Summer.
We don't know.
But I don't think so.
Not to jump to conclusions that it's already Summer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to find where she looks into the stupid. You guys can think. I'm trying to find that stupid scene where she looks into and sees Summer. Let's see. Where is it?
Yeah, I mean, or it could just be a reflection of her ascended. Like it was an option. This is what you can look like if you
Yeah.
drink this funky.
It's a
stuff.
microtransaction, only $2.99 for this hot new skin. They come out as just EA.
Hi, I'm Ruby. Crossover with Star Wars Battlefront 2. Buy now for the Darth Vader skin.
Titania, I refuse to read that
Okay.
because it wasn't happening. But if these boys want to go for it, I'll leave the room.
She would rather.
All right, let me see what happened
I
here.
will read this out. This is Titania's words, not mine. I don't want to repeat myself, but how do you feel about Ruby being so homophobic? She would rather unalive than eat pussy.
I said it in the reaction. That's why Clover was there. Not because of like some deep connection that he had with Crow. And it's like, no, Ruby's just homophobic. So Neo put Clover in front of him. Her.
I swear to God, if someone clips that and tries to cancel me with it, I will. I don't know.
Get canceled.
So then,
That's right. I will do nothing.
I will write a strongly worded letter.
I like how you try to hide
Cancel.
your voice too. When you're like,
Yeah,
trying to read it as a
you
character.
gotta read it as a dramatic. Nothing's homophobic in the dramatic reading voice. Yeah.
Okay, I'm no longer sure that that's summer. We'll see. And now that I've seen that, I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, it might be. It might just be a different summer outfit, but I think it's not summer. Okay.
okay.
So only 2 episodes left, right?
Yes.
9 and 10.
I think episode 9 is gonna do a lot. It's gonna do a lot of lifting, for like to set up the final finale. So we'll see. It's gonna be a lot, I think.
Yeah.
What would you want to happen, Fatman? That's the question. Is what do you want to happen with this development?
With Ruby getting
Well, the next
getting
2 episodes, if you had full control over the show, at this point, like you were handed all volume 10 up to episode 8, and they're like, you get episodes 9 and 10. What do you write? You have no concerns about volumes after this.
Yeah. Okay.
I call. Let me guess. Time skip. You've been saying that all volume, bro.
Okay. Well, if I had full control, it's not that. I mean, if I had full control, I would have. Okay, I would have Ruby, choose. I would have Ruby choose Ascension. I would have Ruby turn into an entirely new person, so episode 9, she would go to the tree. She would talk to some embodiment of the tree, right? I don't know what it would be. It would be voiced by the same actor who does the grunts and the mumbling for the Jabberwocker.
I thought you were like Joseph Staten from Halo. That runs?
No, even better. It's
Welcome, Ruby. You need ascend.
You can choose.
Just come over here and suck this food nipple.
Either that or whoever did Tifa Lockhart in that like Italian thing.
Yes. No, she just goes and then it's a Zoom call with the Italian Senate.
Exactly.
Yeah, she would have this conversation with the tree, but it wouldn't be like her trip hallucination thing, like in episode 4. It would be like the spirit of the tree trying to have like an honest conversation with her about where, where do you see yourself in 5 years kind of like job application question.
Sorry, real quick, I just saw Ryan. You're so dumb. I love you. Trio. So stupid. I don't know why that got me. All right, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, like it would be the like, you know, she would actually choose to like receive a new life and a new purpose from the tree, and ascend as like a completely different, like a completely different person, like you know, whole new design, whole new, you know,
You want
attitude,
Foss.
whole new.
Again, you just want Foss.
Yeah. I mean, like, what? We're not getting. This is the second Ikundi season 2, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's this
Yeah,
is
don't go into the manga
shadow
either.
pilot for season 2 of that.
But yeah, no, I wanted to come out like fully changed.
Like
And
hard-
then
Talking to the tree, she's like, I
Yeah.
don't want to be homophobic anymore. I want to be gay. She comes out and it's like, Weiss, come here, take me. And everything is forgiven.
You'll get your
Yeah.
turn. Don't worry, Raymond. You can write that down.
yeah,
First
you know,
Fatman.
more
Go
like
ahead, Fatman.
yeah, more like a Dax situation where it's like from Star Trek. Raymond knows who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I got you.
Yeah, and anybody who's seen DS9 also knows what I'm talking about.
Where
It's
she
like,
gets taken out and put into a worse actress. Got it.
yes, exactly. Like it's like where it's like there's still like elements of like the old RWBY there that like the new RWBY can like feel. So it's like she still kind of knows who her friends are. She's like, oh yeah, Yang, yeah, you were like my sister, and it's like, were what, like, you know. So she still goes and like continues to have a relationship with her old friends, but as this like new person who's more, you know, mentally stable. And then they stay in the ever after because the tree is like, no, actually, you I can't let out newly ascended people. I don't know. There's some fucking hand wave. Maybe they need a sacrifice, and they can't. You know, like they don't have enough. It's like, oh no, it's like the tree will just explain that to them. It's just like, oh, you need to sacrifice one soul for one soul. And they send Jean back. RWBY ascends, and they send Jean back to like help help the new, or you know, to help the people in Vacuo not die.
Why are you laughing, Vex? I need to know.
So, I mean, as Fatman was talking, I realized that they've got to be careful how they handle the next episode.
Okay.
Because their fandom, their base of their fans, they have interpreted what happened as RWBY ending herself. So how they handle the next episode will be very, very
Yeah,
important.
no, that's the thing that in the sketchy server, there were a couple of people that were really getting angry at this episode, like really angry. And while I understand and I commiserated with them at that point, I also kind of disagreed, where they were like, if what Rooster Teeth suggests here is that suicide is the answer, we're not doing that in fixing. And everyone's thinking really hard. I'm like, guys, we don't know what they're actually posing here. It's been pretty clear so far that like Ascension isn't supposed to be commit die. It's not supposed to be. Like,
and that's what. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I that's one reason that like I'm tempted towards the RWBY stays the same, she rejects Ascension, because it could balance that line of someone coming up to the edge of committing die, like thematically, but then pulling themselves back at the last minute because they realize there's something worth living for.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I think it's going to wind up. If Fatman's solution, I think, is going to get a very, very dramatically mixed response. If that,
they get to put their trigger warnings at the start of the episode. All right, it's not
people. The fan base would be livid if we'd be like, "Oh, I'm not RWBY anymore." By the way, like, yeah, they would. Yeah,
oh my god, if she comes out and it's like, "My name is Garnet," and the entire fucking, because that's like the alternate name that people use for RWBY, like especially like the gender bent versions. They always call them Garnet. Yeah, it is Garnet.
Oh, I thought that was like Steven Universe reference.
No.
Oh.
Do I look like someone who makes a Steven Universe reference?
I thought you were just quoting something the fandom said. All right. All right. Yeah.
The Garnet as an alternate name for RWBY was well long before Steven Universe came around.
I mean, can you imagine how the fan base would flip out if RWBY came out? I'm a completed person, and then Blake, Yang, and White's like, "Wow, you're way better than the last RWBY." Like, you're the best.
No,
We're glad she's gone.
They wouldn't be like that. They would be like no, we're gonna get we want our friend back, and then it's just like yeah, that's not happening. You know, it's me now. Deal with it. Like,
and the next season is literally just them trying to trick her into drinking the tea. It's like slapstick gags.
Yeah, they're going.
And she's just on to them.
No, she's oblivious the entire time.
Oh, and just doesn't, and just at just every time like something stupid happens to make her not drink the tea.
They're gonna.
How much of the tea do you need to drink before the effect activates?
Real quick, you guys. I will be right back. You're calling me upstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, we're in control, gentlemen.
Well, you can breathe the leaf smoke and not get ascended unless you choose to. But if you drink the tea, then you
actually that's a question.
Get
like
sucked in.
What if you just eat the leaf?
Yeah, then you probably get fucked.
Same thing.
It's like you know in like episode 3 when the leaves are all like blowing towards them, and then like one just like lands in Yang's mouth like, and then she just gets sucked down by the tree.
You just become Wooden Jerry from frickin' Morty. Oh, Christianity again after the Wild West. Love your YouTube channel so much, and I love Bumblebee Ship. Blake and Yang keep the wonderful work, Dash. Oh, thank you.
Dash not here.
Yeah, well, thank you on behalf of Dash.
She'll never know you said that.
I know, right?
What if RWBY comes back with no memories and wants the others to drink the tea? Well, then it becomes a zombie film.
Yeah. Wait, okay, if she did come back with no memories, why would she want the others to drink the tea?
She comes back and just like going, Atibada!
They're going to address very quickly that RWBY isn't actually gone. Like early on in the episode, they're going to address it. Like she's going to be like,
oh yeah, no doubt.
Mark Hamill walks on screen. It's just like no one's ever really gone.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to be talking to some version of the tree. She'll be talking to the tree somehow, and like everything be all right, guys. You won't lose your precious RWBY, right? She'll be there. She'll be
fine. And until she accepts ascension from the tree, because we all know that they're watching the stream right now, the writers, and they're gonna rewrite the whole episode because what I said.
She's gonna meet up with Lewis. I'm so serious. Like she's gonna have a conversation with Lewis.
That's the thing, is like it's either gonna be a conversation with Lewis or with Alex.
Oh yeah. Oh god, you're right. It is gonna be a conversation with Lewis or Alex, isn't it?
Yeah. And we're gonna learn that neither of them were evil. They were both
and it really actually happened that way. Yeah, they sacrificed because they loved each other or something else like that. It wasn't like a spiteful thing.
Yeah.
Raymond,
it's better than summer. It's better than summer. All right.
Raymond, do you want RWBY to come back to life just so she can hook up with Weiss? Yes.
The power of lesbians compels you.
Look, if they confirm White Rose, I will be the happiest goddamn camper, because then I can work towards it in fixing. And I can
work towards it in fixing either way.
My self-imposed rules.
Yeah, fuck your rules.
I have hog-tied myself.
Fuck your hogs. And their ties.
It'll never happen because of the people who want RWBY to be asexual.
Well, I saw someone being like, trying to use we already have one team that was full of couples. Why can't we have two teams that's full of couples? And I'm like, because having one team full of couples is already stupid on its own.
Yeah.
Unless the only way this gets confirmed is that like you have a way of lampshading it with Ozpin being like, well, yeah, no, I paired up teams that are like, they have really good chemistry, so it's just natural that romance happens between them. Like
this is about eugenics now. We need their children. Ozpin, Yang and Blake are both women, and she never learned where babies come
shit!
from.
Bear McCreary is doing the music for Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Nice. Wait,
Who?
wait. Is he?
Who's who?
Oh,
he?
the guy. He's the guy that did the music for The Walking Dead, God of War, Ragnarok, The Rings of Power, Black Sails. He did it for Godzilla, King of the Monsters. He's a really goddamn good composer.
Neat.
I did not know that.
Good for him.
At least I think that's what this is saying. It says he followed them, but it says he's the composer of the show. So I imagine that was announced earlier, and I'm only just now learning about it.
Neat.
It's questions. What other questions do you got in here?
Yeah, how
Does Neo's current state make her more of a cat girl than Blake? Asked by Looney Goon. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
She's arguably more cat than girl at this point.
Ears are the lowest form of cat girl, so cat teeth are a higher form of cat girl. That's
Cat literally has her tongue.
I mean, she was nothing before, so I mean.
Saith or the Pyro asks, not able to dip in the stream at the moment, but if it hasn't been discussed yet, any thoughts on the moist critical drama?
He was right. Everyone who doesn't think he's right is
on one hand, I take issue with the fact that he didn't familiarize himself with the rest of the show. Now, mind you, the fact that he was still accurate with his assessment, despite not being familiar with the show, the only thing I'm concerned about is his credibility in judgment of the show. That's the only issue I have, because his judgment is correct from someone who has watched the show.
Yeah.
Although I feel like even he gets a little blinded by the Monty praise a little bit, where he's like, "Man, I'm
no, he was doing it too." Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, he's one of those fans that
the early fans had dropped off.
Yeah,
that thought, man, it was great before this, when in reality it was never great.
No, because like I mean, I got in like a bunch of fucking Twitter fights with like people. I am very strongly in favor of it. If you don't finish something, if you find some reason not to finish something, that reasoning is valid criticism. Like, you don't have to finish something in order to have like a valid opinion on it.
Correct.
Like, yeah. And it's gatekeeping to suggest otherwise, to suggest that you can't form a legitimate opinion unless you've seen the whole thing. And that was basically what all of this Charlie drama came down to. Like, he saw the clip, he said it looked like shit. It's just like, that's a valid opinion. You don't have to agree with it. There's not some magic rule that if someone has a diamond play button, their opinion magically becomes yours. Like, you disagree with Charlie. I don't necessarily agree with what he said. I thought that scene with John was really good, but he's not like fucking like incorrect about anything. Like,
yeah, he fired in the opposite direction and still somehow hit the target. Like, that's,
yeah.
That's sort of the irony of it, is like he saw what was actually a really good scene completely out of context, but he's overall still correct about his assessment of the main show.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody on Twitter who's a fucking idiot, but like I was saying, you couldn't have like Iron Man. That's the opposite of strong man, right? Like, you couldn't have Iron Manned his position any stronger. You showed him one of the best scenes in RWBY. He skipped all the bad stuff. Like, he watched the early volumes, which were, like passion project level stuff that, it's like, okay. And then he skipped all of the like boring stuff. And then he watched like one of the best scenes in RWBY, and he still thinks it's shit. It's like, you couldn't have given him a better experience, and he still came to the conclusion that it is not for him.
What's really weird is that like that scene is just really well acted. It's pretty like, I didn't like his criticism of the animation, because I thought the animation in that scene was decent. It was,
what scene are we talking about?
The John, basically where John chews out RWBY and then RWBY snaps. That scene.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, like, you know, another person in my comments the other day was saying it's just like, what, sub X arm? No way, you can't be sub X arm. And I'm like, yeah, it's true, you can't be sub X arm. Like,
yeah, it's like I don't understand
but
how.
compare that animation to other 3D anime shows like Seki no Kune or Beastars. It's nowhere near those levels. Like,
what gets me is that like the animation in general, like there's a few wonky moments, but in general it's passable. It's fine. It gets by. Really, I think RWBY's issue, and no one I think has hit it, is aesthetic. I honestly think aesthetic has like
way more to do with it than the actual visual fidelity of the show. Yeah.
yeah. It's like the issue of the issue of graphics in video games. Everyone talks about graphics. They used to. They don't do anymore. But it's really like, because I think we've started to grow more aside from a few AAA developers that still push that bullshit because they're idiots. But like aesthetic is way more important, having a consistent and smooth art style. And the problem I have with RWBY is that like the early volumes, for as jank as they were in their animation, the aesthetic they were going for had a very distinct anime feel. It had this very clear influence, and while it wasn't perfect, it was far from perfect. It had something there. And then we kind of got something from the Red trailer for volume 4. And then after that,
that was like its own aesthetic that never came back. And
that was its own aesthetic that never came back. And now we have this Maya aesthetic, just this consistent one. That's just, the more I look at it, it's just unpleasant to look at. I don't like it as much as I like the early volume stuff, even though the early volume stuff is technically weaker. I don't get it. Like, how do they struggle to find a good aesthetic in this show?
Yeah.
And it makes it look ugly when it really shouldn't. Like the animation is fine, typically. Like there's some wonkiness, but it's fine. So it's just,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. If you're coming off of like, you know, much better 3D stuff, then you're gonna be like, the fuck is this RWBY nonsense? Like, you just are like.
I wonder what happens if we give RWBY the aesthetics of Arcane.
Yeah, wow. Arcane is another thing. Like, Arcane is fucking beautiful. Mm-hmm. If like that becomes your standard for 3D animation, then yeah, RWBY's gonna look like dog shit. Like,
yeah.
You think it'll look like dog shit, like as Arcane? Why?
No. If Arcane becomes like your standard, which you judge 3D animation.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Right, anything will.
Yeah. Like Arcane, beautiful. Beastars, beautiful. Seki no Kune, beautiful. The Spider-Man and the fucking Into the Spider-Verse, beautiful. Like there are so many recent, like still in the zeitgeist 3D shows that just blow RWBY out of the water. So, you know, it's a you know, to say that it looks like shit isn't inaccurate. You know, it looks way better than it did in fucking season 2. You know, that doesn't mean it competes with other recent shows that are way better.
Right. I would ask what I missed, but I'm scared, so I'm going to move on with this question here. Master Popper says, courtesy of Kaido Dan, for giving me the means to ask this question. What do you think of Neil finally becoming the Cheshire Cat? Harkening back to the old fan theory of her inspiration. That's not her inspiration, is it? I didn't know that was her inspiration. I thought it was just ice cream.
Her inspiration was ice cream, and like that gets me. Is like, is the Cheshire Cat supposed to be her inspiration?
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Yeah, this is a problem with the early volumes of RWBY. Is that like Neo was added on Monty's whim. Yeah. Anyone that wants to talk about like RWBY being written better back in the Monty era, Monty was literally throwing entire characters that have now become fucking integral to the plot completely on a whim. Neo did not exist before he was working on that one scene in volume 2 where he got weirdly lazy and he didn't want to animate him getting in the fucking plane. Like, yeah. Like, I don't understand how you feel lazy about animating someone walking into a plane as opposed to...
He didn't want to do a chin-up in the mocap suit. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, oh no,
you guys also don't know what's involved. So all right, you guys get lazy about like taking the audio out when somebody's crunching on some popcorn. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. Like, but
yeah. I mean, no. I mean, I wouldn't want to do a chin up in a mocap suit either. Come on. Like,
I don't know what that requires, but all right.
Yeah.
But my point stands is that like it goes back to I always harp on this. Monty was not a good writer. Monty was not a good writer. He broke his own writing rule. Like the rules he established as a writer, he broke constantly, right alongside Miles and Carey. And for the early volumes, everyone was really hands off on Monty, especially right after he died. And it's tragic, but gotta look at what the man actually did, and he made a mess of a show. He didn't spend a lot of time really fleshing out the world. He was so obsessed with iconicism, which is not a bad thing, but you need someone to really temper him.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Well, the question before that is way too long. I'll wait for Raymond to feel like reading it. So the next one is,
Which one is it?
The humble African. Half African.
Where are you seeing these?
Above. You missed it. Like must right or questions for streams, and then go down. There's one that has a thumbs up, and it's just a thumbs up. It's not a check. The humble African.
Oh, okay. I completely blanked on. I didn't realize we had to scroll because I only saw your at everyone. Okay. Okay. Am I the only one frustrated that everyone just stood there and stared while RWBY, clearly in distress and injured, drank the tea? They should have had Yang at least run to try and stop her or check up on her when they all ran in. This is giving me some Volume 8 vibes when Yang, Ren, and John just stood there and left the Hound to transform. This is a consistent problem in RWBY.
Yes.
Hey, at least there's some continuity in there. All right.
Yeah, that's what they all do. They freeze and let their friends fall or die.
They want to have the dramatic staring moment, but they don't know how to pace those things out because they look so stilted.
And because it's like, while I was editing, that scene in the reaction, I watched they all run in through that big hole in the wall, and then they do the stop, and then they look at RWBY, and then it cuts to RWBY, and when like Neo's walking away from her, and then it like cuts back to them, and they're like still running, and then they do the stop again.
Oh, they did it twice?
They do the dramatic stop and run and stop back to back. They're two dramatic dramatic run and stops, and I'm like, what?
I'll have to see that again.
It honestly feels like a mistake. Like they were supposed to choose which one of the run and stops they liked better, but they put them both in.
Oh shit! I have to look at that.
Yeah.
So Twilight made some memes.
Yeah.
Debbie Tari says, "How does it feel?" This is actually a good question. How does it feel to have a lot of your? What happened?
He's right.
Oh, okay. All right. So he went to check now. Good.
They run. No. They run in. They stop. They cut away. They run in and stop again.
Okay, Vex. What time code is that? Just Vex will be right back, you guys. Time code.
I'll drop it on you. It's
like, it must have been good because like Vex has never done that to me before.
Yeah.
I like how he actively got farther away from the mic, like he was ascending to heaven.
Yeah.
Vex is gone. He has ascended himself.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was his purpose, to see the funniest animation error in RWBY.
Okay, all right. So this is in episode 8. Is this right? Or
yeah. It's in episode 8. It is at 12:07. It looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 stops. No wonder, because like obviously when we're reacting to it, we can't really like slow shit down. It's because me and Raymond were sitting there yelling at them.
Wow!
That's oh my god!
Awkward. How do you make that fucking mistake? How?
Yeah, I know. It's like, which one of these cuts do you like better? And the editor was just like, I'll use them both.
I mean, to be fair, I've been there.
This is the best.
Wish I could play it for you guys, but you know, copyright and all that.
Yeah, it's. Oh god, that scene just. You're right. Me and Dashie, we didn't notice this because we were so busy being infuriated at legitimately, they should not have stopped running. They should have immediately dropped to Ruby's side within a heartbeat. Like the minute they got through that door and saw Ruby on the ground, first thing first, drop to her side and find out what's wrong, guys.
Yeah, and even if there wasn't a stupid freaking suicide cup there, Neo's right there. I mean, run to her defense. Like, she's on the ground, Neo there, Neo could kill her. Run and do something, like, you know.
Also, when Ruby was holding up the cup, whenever I see this image, for whatever reason, my brain always puts in that she's holding the saucer in the other hand. So it looks like very like dainty, like she's being very formal about it. Like, yes, indeed, I must sip this.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no pinky there. That's a 0 out of 10.
They should have animated her with the pinky up, drinking it.
Titania, the error was that they ran up when they finally got to the building. They started running and then they stopped, and then they pan over to Ruby and she's starting to grab the tea, and then they go back to the guys again and they were running and stopped again. Like, they ran and stopped twice.
Yeah.
That was a little, wow, that makes sense. No wonder if we were feeling like that.
That was great, Fatman. Appreciate calling that out. That's great. I sure as hell did not notice that when I saw it.
You should make an infinite loop of that on everything in life. Just like, the picture meme. That's what you should just put next to everything.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, the run and stop. The run and stop.
I'll actually read this now. Okay, no interruptions, Max. How does it feel to have a lot of your predictions be tossed? With RWBY actually rebooting / dying, and Neo Cat being most likely final boss. Like, this I didn't mind at all, because this is a crazy ass world, and there's really no predicting nothing.
Yeah, I don't mind. You know, hey, I'm, not being, I mean, like, I'm not, like, afraid of having my expectations subverted like some people are, but, it's a good thing.
I don't mind my expectations being subverted, but it needs to make goddamn sense. Like, that's really my rule when it comes to it. You can't just suddenly say, oh yeah, by the way, light speed kamikaze, they could do this the whole time. Don't ask why they didn't use it on the Death Star, or the second Death Star, or the Star Killer base.
Or the third Death Star. It's like
it's like that's a cool visual. Great, I love it. Find a better way to explain it, because that makes no fucking sense. Next movie, oh, it's a 1 in 100, and then literally 1 in a million, and then at the end of the movie they show another one in the sky.
I mean, hey, you don't know. They could have tried it 999,000 times off screen.
Rob Curo, we've talked about that a lot already, and if I bring it up, I'm afraid I'm gonna throw up. I'm sorry. It's about Neo. What's gonna happen to her? Let's see here. Amaraxis says, not sure if this was asked yet, but how much of this volume do you think was planned from the beginning? We did talk about that.
Like, they probably wanted to do an Alice in Wonderland thing from the beginning.
Sure.
That's probably what was planned.
They actually probably had like a crisis of conscience things. This should have been volume 4 in many ways, I think. Like, this should have been like a volume 4 after the fall of Beacon type thing, because it feels like characters are actually developing. They're being forced to actually develop themselves, as opposed to what happened in Volume 4, where only 2 of them were forced to develop themselves.
Well, okay, now if the being forced to develop stuff was intentional, that means that they decided to write the entire series without development on purpose, and that deserves 0 praise. Like, just because you planned it out doesn't mean it's good. Like, it was all planned from the beginning. It's just like, it's trash. I can I could shit myself too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to crap my pants every time I go to Chipotle. I plan that ahead.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, this is an amazing ruined chair.
Yeah. It's shit because you planned it that way. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I was only pretending to be.
Yeah, it's exactly that meme.
Are we allowed to use that word anymore? The R word? Is it?
I mean, no, but like, who's gonna stop you? Besides YouTube?
I'll get canceled. I don't want to get Dashie canceled. I don't want to
Oh,
do
what?
that.
Hard Dashie. I
Nothing.
stopped
No, don't
listening to
worry
you
about
guys. Sorry. All right. Speaking of Alice in Wonderland, in episode 1, I was trying to say this, and you guys were just like blowing me off, and it was so annoying. I was trying to say that I had called Alice in Wonderland the day of the reaction from the ending, the from last volume, like right then and there, like boom. And you were like, no, yeah, everybody talked about it. Like, yeah, well, of course, you got 2 years to talk about it, but I was talking about then, and nobody cared. I'm so smart, okay? Anyway, this question is specifically for Fatman from Titania. There was a tweet you made about RWBY fans getting angry. Oh, I think we talked about.
Yeah, I read that one.
Oh, you did that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Not I asks, how gay we feeling today?
Oh, I'm always happy.
Like 6 out of 10.
I'm feeling a solid RWBY of gayness.
I also
1 6 to 8 months of gayness.
you can't determine how much gay because then everybody's gay. I had also
They don't fear me, sir.
Speaking of me being smart and stuff, I'm going to bring up something else that I had brought up during, which I doubt this anymore, to be honest, but I had said about Raven, using Raven to bring them back, because honestly, how do you think they're going to go back to Remnant? Like, fucking tea?
Honestly, I would love it. I would love it if it was actually Raven at the end of the episode. Like, at the end of the volume, the tree doesn't do jack shit. They're left there. They're like, oh, man, we can't leave. Then Raven's like, where the fuck have you guys been? The apocalypse is happening.
Yeah.
Get in here!
But she
and you're going to be a stepsister again.
a stepsister, not a half-sister. I adopted another one.
She adopted Emerald.
She's like, Yang, this is how you have mommy issues.
Oh God, I just imagine that getting real weird, real fucking quick. like Emerald going through childhood again with an actual. Never mind. It weird in my head, but the entire idea was to creep out Yang. So,
did you totally read all these questions already, but they're not marked. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, no, I accidentally read ahead because again, I completely forgot that there were questions before you added everyone. So,
let's see here.
Yeah. Cite the pyro we did. We stopped at Titania.
All right.
Maybe Neo thinks she is already dead and can't get the cinder. And that's why she's so depressed.
This is just how Neo pictures the afterlife. That sucks. I feel bad for Neo now.
Yeah, why wouldn't she want to make it in a nicer place than this particular acre? The other acres are so nice, but she chose to live in evil grim ooze land.
It's her aesthetic. It's not a phase, Mom.
Blade Charge asks, how hard or fast do you think RWBY will come out of her depression? I think she's going to rocket out of her depression like a freaking Tomahawk missile. They have to.
Before the end of the volume.
Yeah, they have to before the end of the volume, and they have to avoid the fans going like, you guys said that unaliving yourself is a good idea. They need to avoid that at all costs, or else RWBY is sunk.
Seriously.
So, same question to Vex and Raymond that Raymond asked Fatman. If Rooster Teeth, was riding the horse carriage, and he said, here's the reins. What do you do in the next 2 episodes?
Probably not too far from what I described. The devil's in the details when it comes down to it. Ruby rejects Ascension. Maybe she finds like a middle ground. That might be a thing to explore. Is like you don't have to like fully ascend. You don't need to fully become something else. You can become yourself but better. So she can like shed away parts of herself.
A question, just to be clear, is this something that you want or something that you think is going to happen?
It's something that I would be exploring as the writer if I were put in charge of this. This would be like what I'd be exploring mentally. Is like, would she shed away parts of herself? Would that be a cop out to shed away parts of herself? Already, this volume has been a bit of a cop out in that the ever after forces change upon things, forces people to confront things. So, would it be a cop out or would it be consistent with the ever after? That's the sort of question I would ask. If she sheds that, what kind of person would she be afterwards? What is there to shed? What is there to add? What is there to reinvest in? But provided that she sheds the bad parts of herself and only keeps the good parts of herself, maybe adds new good parts to herself, quote unquote, comes out, the big damn hero moment probably happens where, like, in the middle of episode 10, she's still not back. The heroes are trying to find her. They're fighting the cat. The cat's an asshole using Neo's powers and all that shit. Ruby comes in like a big damned hero. They get up the tree. The tree sends them home. Maybe there's a conversation with Alex where Alex is like, yeah, no, I really wasn't that bad of a person, but this place changes you, that sort of thing. I go for what Fatman would probably call the safe route. And the route that they're probably going to take, I would probably just do it differently than they would probably do it. But then again, I've been surprised. Who's the bird that's on fire? It's me. I'm the Celtic Phoenix. That's Kelpie. That's my my little buddy Kelpie. He represents me.
What's happening?
Is this somebody from Tonkatsu?
Oh yeah, for Saffron Baffron. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no,
Raymond.
Saffron. This has nothing to do with that. This is
Look, if you want a Tonkatsu stream, I'm here for you. All
no,
right?
You're not. You're Tonkatsu's worst enemy. Remember? So... That was so funny. I'm sick of your bullshit, Raymond. I'm so sick of your bullshit. That's amazing. Okay, so Vex, you have anything to say about the next 2 episodes?
I would definitely go this safer route as well. I don't know. I have to think about it. Ultimately, she's gonna have to, of course, reject Ascension. Of course, she's not gonna like beat someone else. She will find herself in some way, and but when she comes out and she gets they'll leave, or whatever, or they're about to right before they leave. Ruby, I'm so happy you're here, and like she'll hug them, kind of. Now, Ruby, what's wrong? They're like, Ruby, what's wrong? I'm like, guys, I can't do this anymore. I'm not the leader of this team anymore. I'm going my own separate way, and I'm going solo. It has to be something like that because she's said herself that everyone around me keeps dying, and, like people around me keep dying. So to push that forward, she goes solo, and she's a solo act, and she doesn't want to be with Team RWBY because she feels like if she's with them, she'll end up causing her death. So she's still herself. She's developed. She's no longer the leader of Team RWBY, and she's flying solo. That's how I would handle that. And then when they leave, there's a time jump of some sort when they return the remnant.
Okay. Interesting.
All right.
You want punished RWBY or Wild West RWBY? Yeah, there needs to be some sort of consequence for what happened, for what RWBY chose to do, for Rooster Teeth to not be in hot water. Like something, she needs to lose something because, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Or maybe they should have done a better job showing us that RWBY understood that it's not death. I just want help being someone else. Not I just don't want to be anymore.
I mean, yeah, that's how it was described to her. Like it's like a reset or like becoming something else, not ending your life per se. But
okay.
Yeah. She's not sure. She just didn't care at that time. She's like, all right, I'm out. You know, she's not 100% sure what's going to happen though.
Yeah, there's not. I can't really. Like, I'm like the least. I don't do writing things. I edit things. So I can't even say. And definitely not predicting anything either. It's just so annoying. But I'm still stuck on the cat wanting to go back to Remnant and trying to get the freaking relics to go kill the gods. And then once the gods are killed, and then the cat explodes, and then Remnant is left not as Remnant but as whole, the planet. You know.
Cat
With
just
a
gets out of the
W.
ever after and goes, Ares, you shall know my wrath.
There you go. Well, whatever that means.
It's a God of War reference. I don't even play God of War.
I don't play Pokemon. God of War? What? No, that was a joke. Okay, thank you. No.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I
That's a
was caught off
Tonkatsu
guard by
thing.
that.
That's a Tonkatsu thing. Because her Newark, Japan accent, it sounds like she's saying God of War, but it's God of War.
God of War.
All right.
So RWBY out of depression. Caleb Grimm asks, operating under the assumption that the tree will possibly magically fix her. Oh, we are just going balls to the walls, angsty depression to sunshine and rainbows. Oh, is that just a response to Blade Charge, I guess? Yeah. I don't think she's gonna be sunshine and rainbows. I think she's gonna be like realistically, like supposedly very grounded but optimistic. That sort of take.
I don't know.
Dashie loses her mind in Dark Souls 3 when?
Yeah, right.
I would be interested in seeing you play a Dark Souls game. I don't think you'd enjoy it.
No. Video games, it's got to be super simple. Got to be golf with your friends. That's it.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, what happened?
We're convincing Dashie to play Dark Souls.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, that'll be great.
No. Still no. Does it have golf? No.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
hey,
if
we
you
can
are
figure
the
it
golf ball,
It counts.
I play with balls plenty, so I have experience there, but not with Dark Souls. All right. Unless anybody can think of anything else, I think I'm just gonna chill here.
does Vex enjoy the scene where Ironwood is beating up on RWBY? Vex?
Vex is still enjoying that one scene by himself.
Everyone, Vex is dead. No, okay.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. It sounds like he's in the distance.
Oh,
I'm not right here.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
he snuck up behind us. Ah!
So did you enjoy Ironwood beating the shit out of RWBY?
No, I was indifferent. I was like, whatever.
Okay. That's fair.
Because it wasn't them. If it was them, then it'd be fine, right?
Yeah, it's an illusion. It kind of dampens the
It's Neo.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like realistically, I enjoyed watching Oscar die, but it wasn't really Oscar dying.
Yeah, holy shit, that yell you gave out, it's like, okay, ow.
God, we know, all right.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people were like heartbroken over that, like that scene.
Oscar,
Why
my
would they
favorite
be-
character.
Why would
That's
they be
why I was
heartbroken
like,
over
why-
that? It was an illusion.
Yeah,
RWBY,
but
your special love. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm sure it affected someone.
I got a kick out of the reaction people had to the end of end of chapter 7.
With the
People were freaking
pleasers?
out,
Sorry.
and they were freaking out like, oh my god, like RWBY and John were going at it, and people were just like freaking out. Oh my god, guys, this is like not like some amazing thing that you like. This happens all the time in regular television shows. I know on RWBY, it's weird to see these people arguing. Oh my god, they're arguing with each other. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Like, calm down.
Yeah. It's like, this also happens in good shows.
Yeah. More frequently.
Yeah.
Like, people who are on the same side have arguments.
What,
and
your
they go at each
characters
other.
disagree? Holy shit.
Right, oh my god. Ruby said shut up to Blake. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
I've been saying shut up to Blake for years and no one ever.
I know, right?
I think that's it for this. I like the design for the cat, black and white design.
I mean, I've been saying that it's just the like the default PNG background since it's like oh hey, and then now they finally just bite the bullet.
The people on the internet have made it to shows now, like annoying us with that shit. It's not a PNG, bitch. Can't stand that when you're looking for one and it's not. Something.
Meanwhile, if you want to watch something good, you can all go check out Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. That so far has been excellent. Season 2 just started airing. Highly recommend.
Does it have lesbians?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes, the main characters are basically they are continuing the tradition set forth by White Rose. It's a White Rose type dynamic, and it's really
so
goddamn
non-existent.
No.
You chose violence this day.
Dashie, why?
I snorted, damn it.
Dashie, you harmed me.
I cracked myself up, I snorted, yep. That was amazing.
I don't expect that
God,
from
so
you,
good.
Dashie.
I just haven't been feeling well.
My poor lesbian soul.
Dude, you know I'd be the first one to do that. I just haven't been feeling well. Dude, I'm the one that breaks you down, Raymond. You know it. Every chance I get. When are you ever going to write me that letter, by the way?
Wait, what?
The letter of, like, the strongly worded letter of how much I, beat up on you.
Black Storm. Yeah, G-Witch aired this Sunday. It's hilarious. Season 1 ended on Christmas. Season 2 started on Easter. They planned that. They had to have fucking planned that.
Very Jesus of you.
All right, what's the best RWBY animal? Because I can't think of anybody that's gonna top Juniper right now.
I mean, does Little
doesn't count.
Animal?
They talk.
Yeah, Little's a person. Oh yeah, no, it's
Shubil.
Shubil,
sure,
fucking
yeah.
they.
Yeah, all right, yeah, there it is.
All right, and that's my final point. I have to go take
All right.
someone home. But thank you for having me. This has been fun.
Thank you. And, I'm glad you got the leak for episode 9. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for anyone that's a Tonkatsu fan regularly, or that comes here for Dashie and Tonkatsu time, hi, I'm Raymond. Check out my channel, Celtic Phoenix. I do fun RWBY stuff and other things as well. Doing fixing RWBY right now. Crazy stuff over there. Have fun.
Done that in the beginning. You should have done that at the beginning. Everybody leaves as soon as they realize there's no Tonkatsu. So.
If only I had posed as Tonkatsu. If only I had done that at the beginning.
It won't work, man. Tonkatsu.
They won't catch on. Identity theft is not a joke.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Later.
Bye.
All right, Raymond.
All right. I think that's it. Right? I think we good. Vex, I think you're good.
Yeah.
You no more Neo and everything. You got it all out.
Yeah, I got it all out for now.
Okay. So look for the reaction coming soon for Fatman.
Yes.
His channel.
Very, very soon, and make sure you watch the whole thing so you can see the thing that I've spent like fucking a whole day editing, even though I still need to finish.
Yes, get out of here. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get out of here so he can go back to work. Thanks for watching, you guys. I guess we'll see you not this. Well, no, I don't want to do the odds and even thing with you anyway because there's obviously 2 fucking things, but we'll decide what happens. Just fucking. Subscribe on Twitter to find out what happens next, okay? So
yeah, if you follow us all on Twitter, you'll see the reactions get retweeted and posted. So yeah, just do that.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
See ya later.
sometime 2 weeks from now. Bye.